For my kids, they are international. And I suppose we are at a stage today that you can't just belong to some category and that's it. So you kind of transition, and you are one of, a piece of you is a part of many other things. And what worries me about my daughter, for example, because she's 9, is that her desire to fit in, that she would need to let go of something that is traditionally herself. So in order to fit in, she will compromise, or she will try to imitate and mimic instead of being herself. And this is something that worries me about bringing her to the Western world. Although the Western world has been quite diverse. I mean, look at us here. It's just these small things about fitting and compromising and losing yourself so that you're not standing out. And just the other day she says, I want to change my name. I don't want to be called Aya. And I said, Aya is a beautiful name. Why do you want to change it? She said, I want to be Emily. Because it'll be easier for them to call me Emily, but Aya. And then we got into this conversation about how you should be what you want to be and all of that. It's a challenge I suppose all of us will have to go through at one stage or the other, fitting in.
I had that moment too. I mean, I actually wanted to change my name to Jamila, which is an Arabic version of my name, because everyone would correct me in Saudi Arabia and say, but your name's not Jamia, it's Jamila. and men would often say that to me, and I'd say, oh, it's actually Jamia, but it means the same thing. And so I went through the same thing too, wishing that I could be more assimilated into the culture I was living in too. And so I think it's going to be an exciting journey.
So how did you get through it?
The way that I got through it was to really embrace the history behind why my parents chose it, and to realize that the fact that people would misspell it, mispronounce it, and I'd have to correct them would make me memorable.
Okay.
And that was the way that I switched it. And my dad would always joke, and he'd say, oh, when we moved back to the States, we thought maybe we should change your name to Kimberly after he saw those statistics around racial profiling in resumes. But I feel really proud having a Black name. And I put that in quotes. But, that there's something about the fact, the time and place of my parents coming through movement for Black liberation and choosing to pick an African name for me, and then me carrying that with a last name that was given to me by slave owners. So now I see it as a form of defiance, and I like it, and I own it.